Which email? The AOL or the your Gmail?
Good.
You just have, yeah.
What else do you need? Telephone number?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
And
see anybody in the.
email.
Hey, Sandy, I think that's all you need from me. From Carol and I. Fitting to get busy over there.
I have everything, but I'll look.
See anybody else trying to come in, but I don't know if participants is going to have the waiting room.
It should. Right now, yeah. Oh, no, it won't. It will have people, it'll let you know. It'll pop up if somebody's waiting.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sent it.
Hey, baby. Come here. Come here. I'm not grabbing her. Come here, baby.
Lisa? There's Miss Lisa. She's not there. Says
Sandy.
She says she's connecting. No audio.
And no video.
Ooh.
Well, no, she has video.
Sandy. Did she hear me?
Yeah.
What are you feeding them over there?
My dogs?
What
Come,
dog?
Trisha.
Trisha's waiting.
I know. I'll just let her in.
What
Okay.
am I feeding the dogs? Is that what you're talking about?
No,
Seeing them.
the just children.
The children, Sandy. The children. My kids, you know, just about anything. They'd eat anything that's not nailed down.
Now, who
They-
else am I going to be questioning about? Yes, your kids.
Well, I have four fur babies now, so
Ooh. Wow.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
yeah,
That's-
so you
that's-
know, sometimes I'm worried about what they're eating.
I was at one, so
We
yeah,
have
but I
one
saw
that,
the video this morning, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
yeah, they're getting huge, aren't they?
Yes.
Abby does not look like a young lady. I mean, she doesn't look like a little girl anymore. She is
No.
definitely a young woman.
Yeah.
Hey, Trisha and Paula.
Hey,
Hello.
trying to open
We
it.
had the instructions up there. I don't know where they went to. Please,
They still should be there. I'm looking right at them. You don't see them?
no, I see. Thank you for participating.
Oh,
That's what I
that's the
saw.
wrong. Really?
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Okay. Gotcha.
Uh,
I'll fix that now.
please do a private chat to there we go, to Sandy with your name, address, phone number, and email address. She will be verifying the information that we have on the membership is the correct information, and it is to record your attendance at the meeting. Thank you very much for your support. Does anybody remember who used to say that? Thank you for your support.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
So
Yeah,
familiar.
uh-huh. Wine coolers.
Wine coolers.
Oh, Bartles and James.
James, yes.
Who?
Bartles and James.
Oh.
When they first came out with the
And he
wine.
wore suspenders and he'd go, "We thank you very much for your support."
So I don't know where Lisa is, but as soon as her audio connects, I want to change her name. I want to make sure everybody's got their proper name. Franklin, I changed yours from iPhone to Franklin.
Oh, thank you.
So, Tricia,
Sandy,
Yeah.
yeah, Sandy, would you put Sandy and Laura?
I will.
Okay.
Ouch. Good gravy.
So this week I'll be in the house all week. I'm not going anywhere.
Welcome to
Oh, gotcha. Hey,
Well-
I'm dropping some soup off to you tomorrow.
welcome to
Yay!
That sounds something like some love.
Soup. Oh, I love soup.
Right.
I love soup. I'm a soupaholic.
I think this was Lisa, right? The iPad?
It might be Lisa and Connie.
I'll just assume.
Okay.
So this will be good for the, when we do the record later, we make sure that everybody's got their proper name. Who won the ball game?
Don't ask.
Oh. Well,
Not Dallas.
we know now.
It's in the fourth quarter and I've got about 7 minutes to go.
3 to 25.
Ooh. Oh
They're
no.
on their third string quarterback.
Oh,
Yeah, Dalton got hurt. Somebody hit him in the head.
Oh,
Knocked his head.
Oh,
It's awful. I don't know how he didn't break his neck on that one.
you people are becoming a bad influence on me. You've got me watching Dallas Cowboys.
oh
Oh
my
my
gosh.
goodness. You're just watching to see what their outfits look like.
I told you that in confidence, Sandy.
Hey, Will came out last night with this outfit on, and he said, I can't wait for Franklin to see my outfit to tell me if it looks okay or not.
Oh my God.
all right. So Franklin's our resident wardrobe.
Will's always loved the way that Franklin dresses, but you know, he's really missing not being together because he's like, Franklin can't look at my outfits this way.
Oh my, I didn't know that.
Oh yes, he just loves the way you dress.
Has he worn the leather shirt?
No, he hasn't worn it yet. He still has it, but he hasn't put it on.
Okay. Yeah, because you got to have the right.
That's right. You have to have the right pants and everything.
Hmm. So I just want to say a special thank you to everybody that helped make it our celebration month amazing. Just from me personally, I was talking to Franklin earlier when he and I were here ourselves. I feel so full and just so blessed by the whole month. And Marcia, you particularly for allowing a way to facilitate that, right? Just facilitated that entire month and made sure that the doors were wide open for people to come in and speak and share. And that video project was just
Absolutely.
icing on the cake.
We
It
haven't seen today's
absolutely
yet.
went with what Pastor preached about. Pardon?
We haven't seen today's yet.
Oh,
Oh,
We will. We will.
it's a good service.
spoiler alert.
How do I?
That's how you know, this is how you know you did not preach too long or too much. We were sitting here watching it before we went over to see Laura's family, and she goes, who's preaching today? I go, Reverend Marcia's preaching. She's doing it right now. And she's like, oh, I thought she was just giving us some background or something. Like, oh, she's preaching right now, honey.
Oh, yeah. You kind of
So
laid
she
it out
doesn't make it boring. It's not boring.
there. It was good.
At least I try not to, you know, I really try.
There was
Perfect,
one
Andy.
point when you were talking, Abby and Laura and I were sitting here, and you were talking about the church that was now, it didn't have love anymore, and it was not a good
Loveless.
church. And Abby looked at me and she said, "Is she talking about our church?"
Oh,
I said, "Honey, she's talking about the church in the Bible."
oh, oh.
Well, we may have had our moments.
I know, she was like, I don't know why she's saying that. I think we're very loving. I'm like, she's not talking about us, honey.
Oh, Lord. Well, that's definitely not the church we want to be.
That was funny.
Mm, mm, mm.
That was a great sermon. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I mean, it just sort of lined it out. So I talked about the different kind of ways you want to travel, and you talked about the different ways we want to be a church.
That's right.
That was so good. And then, yeah, Margaret and Wes,
That's us moving forward.
it kind of launched. I feel, you know, those candy cannons. I feel like I got shot out of one of those. Boom.
I'm gonna tell you, when I had visions of us having billboards that says Exodus MCC at the top,
Mhm.
and then it had that church.
Yeah, where that.
And gave our address and everything. I saw all of that. So I don't know what, you know, God does work in mysterious ways. So I don't know, but it's coming. That much I do know. It's coming. And billboards are not cheap.
Nope,
Oh,
no.
That's why we need to have we need to do crowdsourcing for us to get a electronic sign.
That would be nice.
You just go to the different groups and say, pitch in,
Mhm.
help us out. We need, well, I don't know how much
But
we
you know,
need,
I
but
don't see too many tall signs. Everybody's sign is always low.
there's a couple. Aldersgate's kind of tall.
I wonder if they got grandfathered in though.
Got
Might
what?
be- that could be a zoning thing because they're by a
Yeah.
school.
Yeah. So we'll have to see, because that would be really, really great. And then we can change messages and all kinds of good stuff. Oh yeah.
That would be nice.
Do you have, I mean, do you have to buy it or do you rent it or?
No, I think you have to buy it.
Yeah. And then have it installed.
Yeah.
And of course, we would have it run off of solar power.
Yeah.
Y'all go still looking at the slide?
Yeah, it's still there.
I'm doing I only can find speaker view when someone talks. I see you, but I don't know how to get back to like everybody on the screen.
Oh,
In the banner at the top, if you scroll or look at the top right, there should be a little grid that, you know, like boxes on top of boxes. That's gallery view. It should just say, you're just a participant, right? So it should just say participant, gallery view.
Mine, I just slide it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Have a little square. I have a square with a little square in it, and then I have a square. Let's see, that one says enter full screen.
Can you do a video?
And then the other one says swap shared screen with video.
That's actually a good one to have. If you click that, what you'll see is that whoever is speaking is going to be bigger and that the slide is going to become small.
Yeah. Well, I clicked the square with the little square in it, the one that says swap shared screen with video.
Yeah.
And now I have the shared screen is big, and I
It's
see
just
several
downloading. I don't know why.
people up at the
Maybe
top.
Okay.
better leave that up.
Okay. I see Lisa and Connie. Lisa.
Hi, I don't see y'all.
Well,
Oh,
Uh-oh, you don't see us?
she's not signed in yet. We're working on her iPad here.
Oh, y'all, Connie,
Yeah.
be on,
Yeah.
y'all can be on the same one.
Oh, okay. All
We
We're
right.
have
just putting
Jennifer.
everybody's, Jennifer's here. We're just putting everybody's name at the bottom. So we can
Oh,
have
okay.
the record, okay?
So y'all are just doing the names at the bottom, okay?
Yeah,
So we can be
and
on,
then-
okay.
and then both of y'all sign in, okay?
And we'll try to do that, okay?
Okay, yeah, sign in to Sandy. Send your information to Sandy,
Send it to Sandy via,
the chat box.
yeah, I'm trying to get Lisa. We'll try to do it, but let me get mine up and we'll play with it here, okay?
Okay,
You wanna go in the other room?
I want to sit in here.
Okay.
How many do we need for a quorum?
That's me.
4.8. So we already have a quorum.
Okay, good.
hey Jennifer,
Hey, so far so good. It came back.
yay.
Oh, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but we'll see.
Uh-huh,
No.
okay, don't forget to sign in. Private
Jennifer.
chat to Sandy with your name, address, phone number, and email address.
And do what?
DVD.
Send Sandy a private chat
Oh,
and sign in.
Should be instructions on the slide.
Max wants to sign in now.
It does.
Mhm, he's sitting here waiting.
Okay. So tell me, everybody's looking at the welcome to annual congregational meeting? Are you
Yeah.
still seeing this slide? Okay. Good. Here comes Connie.
Yep, there we go. Lisa's gonna be with me.
You're gonna, yeah, you're gonna have a loop going here soon if you don't. Okay, be careful.
Give me that one.
One of you needs to be on mute.
done.
Oh,
I can actually mute people who, if that starts to happen. That's why I get this goofy, kind of leaning over thing. Like that video that's on Facebook now of me going, well. Like, okay. So yeah, so the instructions for check-in are on the slide.
Game's over, 3:25.
oh,
Well, they're on third string quarterback.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say anything. Okay, I'll just leave it right there.
okay.
I'll say
I don't know why we watch it anymore.
I know.
Fixing to get ugly.
Address?
Why?
Having flashbacks of Tony
Romo.
Romo and his finger.
Yeah, or Tony Romo when he should have left.
Yeah.
I heard you, Paula. I heard you.
Yeah, speak to everybody. You're
I
sending
don't
this
even
to
know
me.
the name of the third quarterback.
I don't either.
Didn't they just hire somebody? to
They
be a-
did, and he got hurt.
Oh,
Dalton got hurt.
oh my.
The second quarterback. Then they put the third quarterback in there, whatever his name is. Paula's trying to remember it.
Mm.
Starts with a D, like Dizini or Degini or something like that.
Okay. Wow.
Is anybody else gonna come today?
I think
Close to
Gail and
3.
Barb should be here, right?
Yeah. Got 1 minute to go.
Sissy maybe? Or Joy? Or Gail and Barb?
Yeah, I've got straight up 3.
You do? Yeah.
I do.
AT&T just did it.
3 o'clock.
So let me know when you're ready to do the recording.
Oh, it's recording.
Oh, it is recording already.
Yeah. Yeah, it's already recorded. So we'll start up. Do you, Scotty, you have the agenda? Or do I need to share my screen now?
Share your screen now. I'm gonna stop sharing. Uh-oh. When did you start recording?
Long time ago.
Trouble now.
Recording when we got on.
Okay. Oh, now I'm gonna have to do something with this.
Before you start, so that we don't have all of the chatter at the beginning to show up, shouldn't we just start right now with a fresh recording?
I'm not gonna put, you recommended not putting it on, so
Okay.
it doesn't make any difference.
That's right. You're right. Okay. All right.
All right, so let me see. Here we go. Can everyone see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do we need to go through the yay and nay again? Or does everybody?
I think you probably will need to do that when
Okay.
we get down to the
You wanna do-
approval,
You don't want to do it now while we're
waiting for people to sign on.
starting?
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you that came to the forum, and that might be all of you actually, if you move your mouse, you'll see a toolbar will pop up and you'll see something that says reactions. Some people have 2, some people have 6. We're only going to use 2 of them to vote. So a yes vote will be a thumbs up like that. You'll just click that. Well, first off, does everybody see your reactions?
Yes.
Okay. And if you can click that and show me your thumbs up. And it will go off after a minute. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Are we doing
and
it if there's 2 people?
We'll do 2 thumbs up.
Such a good idea. I don't know, I'll only let you do 1 at a time.
It sure does. You might have to put in the chat.
Okay, we can do that.
Or we could do a thumbs up and a heart or something.
Right, the flat, or actually it's an applause, but it looks like a flat hand or like you're raising your hand. That is, we're using that for no, because they do not have a thumbs down. So that's your no, and the other one is your yes. So when it comes time to vote, if you have a second vote, Like if Carol wants to vote one way and I want to vote another, then we will log that into the chat. Is that correct? Let's do this.
Yeah, because everybody doesn't have a string of reactions.
Right,
Yeah, you have 6 of them on an iPad even, so.
right. If you did that one and then say, that's my symbol that I'm gonna be putting in the chat because we have 2 separate votes. But I don't know
Okay.
if you make that official. I think it'd be a good idea just to, if you can put that up, because I think most of us have multiple.
Does that mean 2 votes, Scotty?
That means that there's gonna be 2 different votes and we'll look in the chat for that.
2 yes
Oh.
votes.
Okay.
Say you vote yes and Lisa votes no, you'd put that one as a split vote. So you'd need
So we're
to,
gonna put this up and then we're gonna put either yay or nay.
yeah, log
Maybe
it in the,
Lisa, yay. Okay, gotcha.
yeah, for the clerk, so,
Just Sandy.
okay, very good.
Can you send reactions through chat? Is that what you're saying?
Not reactions in chat, you'll type in what the vote was.
Okay,
Tricia, yes, Paula, no.
Yeah.
okay.
Or unless we vote by consensus.
Right.
So if nobody has any no's, we can vote by consensus and keep going. But if someone does, we need to record the vote. Okay, is it 5 after? Yep. Let us pray. Holy Spirit, we ask and say thank you to you. We thank you for all your many blessings. We thank you for this opportunity to come together and discuss the business side of Exodus MCC. I ask that you be in our midst, that we discern our answers and our move forward. And I ask that this be an open forum for people to express their concerns, their hopes, their needs. And then when we leave from this place, that we feel like a family and we have accomplished what we need to accomplish. These things we pray in Jesus Christ's name, amen. The meeting is up. Gail. Okay, the meeting is now called to order. We'll wait for Gail and Barb to come on. Joy. You got it, Scotty?
Okay, Gail,
2 people.
Yeah, or turn it down low.
got some people coming in. We got Joy, here comes Joy, and then we've
Hey.
got Sissy.
Okay.
You're gonna need to give the instructions again. Can I pull up my,
Yeah.
I'll share your screen and I'll,
Right. Okay. So Gail,
Mhm.
Joy, and Sissy. All right.
Just trying to get everybody together.
Is Barb there with you?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna put her on the list then.
okay.
Okay.
Sissy Heathcott. That 2 T's, right? And Gail,
And Barb.
full house. So I want to share the screen with you. This is the instructions of what I need you guys to do. If you don't know how to send a private chat, I will show you how to do that real quick.
Private chat. You know how to sing one?
I don't.
Okay.
You think you can teach all of us slow folks this in one sitting?
Yes, I certainly can. Okay, when you scroll, when you just like move your mouse.
I have a phone. I don't have a
Uh,
mouse.
Okay, just touch it. In your case, you'll have a little 3 dots at the upper left of your phone. If you click that or touch it, 3 dots, chat will show up.
Yep, I ain't seeing no.
Oh, Joy left. Oh, there you go.
Because she don't find no 3 dots anywhere. I may be too dumb for this, you guys.
Yeah, no, you're not.
I've been retired from this computer stuff for too long.
Here's my name.
So, Frank, you're using your phone, right?
He's on mute. There you go.
Frank,
Frank.
you're using a phone?
Yeah. My
So
dot,
to chat in the upper, it's in the upper left, right? There's 3 dots there for like a little menu, and you click that and the word chat, and there's a menu that pops up, and one of the options is chat. Is
really?
that on your phone, or is that
Mine is on the right-hand bottom.
right at
side.
bottom? Okay. Did you get that, Joy?
Where it says more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at the bottom.
So you see chat. So click chat on that. We'll lose your face, but that's all right. You'll see another screen will pop up for chat.
Okay. Yeah.
And then there'll be a place there where it'll say everybody, chat to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Yeah. So
Okay,
we tap that.
click everybody. Click everybody, and you should see everybody who's on the call.
Okay.
You see it?
Yes. Now what do we do?
Click Sandy.
I don't
So you will
see
be
it.
sending a private chat to Sandy, who's the clerk of the board, and she needs some information from you. She needs for you to check in. She needs your
Okay.
name, your address.
When I hit the screen, then I got back to things that says send to Franklin Calvin.
No, it doesn't go to Franklin, it goes to Sandy.
Well, it's not working for me.
There should be a drop down list right there where it says 2, and you can drop down and see Sandy.
Okay, so then we hit Sandy.
And then you'll type right under it what you want to type.
Okay.
And that's the information is your name, your address, phone number, email. Am I missing anything?
Mm-mm. Name, address, phone number, email. I think you have it.
Okay, Sissy, same thing for you.
We've got everything printed on there except I don't have an email.
You don't have an email? Okay. Have you already checked in with Sandy?
Well, she just got through sending it. Did you get it?
You got it. You're
Sandy?
good.
Okay.
So then, okay, then she just knows to check you in now as having attended. Okay. And Gail, how about you? Are you able to
Yeah,
see?
we sent we sent our stuff just earlier to Sandy.
Okay. So you just need to be checked in then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think we've got everybody then.
You want to get through this?
Turn it over. Oh, wait, one thing, voting. Very quickly, we kind of went through this very shortly. Guys, if you want to vote, when you move your mouse, there's a little toolbar pops up. You should see something called reactions. You see that?
Do we get out of chat now?
Actually,
After
I
we
need
send
to,
it?
I need to unshare my screen to do it.
Sandy,
Uh,
did you get my stuff?
Was that you, Joy, that asked?
Yeah, did you get it?
I have, yes,
Okay.
yes, I did.
All right. I just want
I
to make sure.
haven't, I don't see anything from you though.
No, the page.
Yeah.
Remember, you had to send them to me again, so I haven't done them yet.
No, that's fine. That's the membership paperwork. But Gail, I didn't see your stuff. Did you send
I
it to
sent
me?
you 2 pictures, 2 photos of the page to the clerk, Exodus MCC.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. What I'm looking for is just to make sure that I have your information correct, so I can check
Yeah,
you.
I have that on the bottom of the page where I said I want to be an active member. Wrote it on the bottom of the page. Name, address, phone number, email.
Okay, I'll go find it.
If not, I can send it to you again. It's not a big deal.
No, it's okay. I can do it.
Okay.
You're on an iPad, Gail?
Yeah, I'm on iPad.
Okay.
I don't see vote on iPad either.
Connie, do you
Oh.
want to tell her how to do it since you're working off an iPad?
Yeah, Gail, up at the top right-hand corner, there are 3 dots that say more.
No, it says record, REC.
No,
That's the only thing up there. No 3 dots.
Crap. I think I lost
Try
you
to
guys.
move it around.
I'm
Are
too
you
dumb for
going-
this, you guys. I
Joy,
Okay,
we
wait,
can,
I found some now.
yeah, there you go, Joy.
I found some and I got chat.
Okay.
That what
I
I
still
want?
have. I'm telling y'all, I'm too dumb for this.
No,
I
you're
haven't-
not. No, you're not.
I haven't.
Yeah, I am.
I haven't.
Oh, whoa,
found-
look at there. Hey, see, there's the thumbs up. There you go.
Yes, Sissy's got the thumbs up. All right.
Okay,
All right.
so, well, it's different for phones and iPads and
Yes.
so that's why I want for those of you using an iPad, which is Gail, Barb, Connie, and Lisa, right? You're the only
Yeah.
two with an iPad. That's why I wanted you to work with Barb because you got to cast a vote by using the reactions.
Hey, did you find the reaction?
The 6
Okay.
symbols at the top, like thumbs up.
Let's see here.
Okay,
I found some more. Meeting settings, minimize meetings, raise hand, disconnect video. Raise hand, is that what I want?
no,
No.
Oh,
No.
wait, I see it now at the top
Chat.
of that.
it's the
Thumbs
top
up,
of
yeah.
chat. Top of
Yeah.
chat, okay?
Thumbs up.
All right,
Yeah, there you go.
got it.
Okay,
All
That
right.
is a
All
yes.
right.
That's
So-
there
a
you
yes.
go.
If you
Gail,
say-
that's a yes vote.
Got
You just
voting a
did-
while ago. What are you talking about voting?
We haven't voted anything yet, Sissy. We will do that shortly, okay?
Was.
Well, we're going through the different symbols that we're going to use, okay? But right
So
now
it-
we're just
so
working
when
with
we
the
vote-
iPad.
Yeah. So when we vote, we use the little symbols up at the top with the like the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I got
So-
clapping thumbs up and hearts and.
Okay.
weird stuff.
Just clap and thumbs up. That's
So
just
so
remember those
okay.
2.
Okay.
So for the iPad.
Yeah.
You may have 6 symbols, you may have 2. We're only going to use 2. We're going to use thumbs up for yes. And
Yes,
for no, we're going to use that. If you
okay.
have a split vote, I need you to use that. A split vote meaning you and Barb have a different vote.
Oh, okay.
When you use that,
We'll work that out ahead of time so that we vote as a unit.
okay, but I need to tell everybody this anyway. So if you do have a split vote,
Okay,
you'll type in the chat box what your vote actually is. Gail this, Barb that.
okay, all right,
That's
okay.
all that's going to do is alert Sandy that there's
Yeah.
going to check the chat box for your vote.
Okay,
And Sissy, you're on a PC. So did you see the chat? You saw the reaction and when Julia did it?
Do what?
There should be a, when you roll your,
When you did a thumbs up,
yeah.
Where's
So
the-
Julia, or is that Messiah?
That's Messiah.
show her where the reaction box is. Show her where it is, because she's got to cast a vote that way.
On the bottom?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll click it and then some symbols will show up. The one with the thumbs up is a yes.
Okay.
Click that for me. Excellent. And then a no is going to be the little applause hands. Perfect. That's it.
There you go. You got it.
And then Joy, you're good to go. You found your reactions. You're good.
Yes, ma'am. If
All
I
right.
can find my way back there now is the question.
we'll take our time when it comes to voting, okay?
That's good.
All right, so let us get back to, I'm getting ready to share my screen. And where were we? There we are. There, we want to share that. Here's the agenda. So we had opening prayer. We had our call to order. It is now time for Sandy to say whether or not we have established a quorum, what our quorum is, and how many people are here.
We have 23 active adult members. Based on that, we would need 20%, which would be 4.8. We definitely have a quorum at this point.
How many people do we have in?
15.
Thank you. Amen and hallelujah. Thank you all for coming to the congregational meeting. Again, this is Clergy Appreciation Month. And I want to say a big thank you to Scotty and Connie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So they're both sides of my brain and they keep me going, okay? They keep me on the narrow.
And we thank you too. And we thank you too, Scotty and Connie. And Pastor Marcia.
Okay, thank you. Carol, are you ready to show the bylaws?
You need to share your screen?
Yep.
So we are on the same computer. You'll have to pardon me if we have to suddenly, if I find myself having to let somebody in, or if I don't know that I'll need to do that, but here we go.
Carol?
Yes, ma'am.
Let us pass the first bylaw that allows us to have a virtual meeting.
Okay, that is actually Article 5A. Not written in there because I spaced out, but it says, under 5A, congregational meetings, time and place. An annual congregational meeting shall be held each year in the month of October. The time and place of the annual congregational meeting shall be determined by the board of directors, and this part is added in and may be attended in person or virtually.
Did everybody hear that?
No, but I believe it. It's okay.
Okay. The only part that is being added to the bylaw for meetings, for the congregational meeting, is to add that we can have it in person or virtually.
For those of you who have your bylaws, that's Article 5A. It's under congregational meeting.
Okay.
Is it supposed to show on your screen?
No, she doesn't. She didn't have it written out. So
One thing I did not type out.
okay. So let us. Are there any questions? Let us vote. All in favor of the change to the bylaws to include virtual meetings, give us a thumbs up.
There we go. Figure out where sorry. Here we go.
Franklin?
You already did it.
Oh, he already did it. Okay, Sandy, did you record everybody? Thank you.
Kinsey, stop.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you, everyone. Carol? Would
Yeah,
you
share
go
the screen.
continue on?
We can't vote and share the screen at the same time, so I have to.
Right, so go
unshare.
back to share your screen.
Okay, so what I was gonna do before I did that was, I need to acknowledge, before I do this, Mike and Mark, because they were the other part of the committee who did this. And they went through most of the reading on this, and we compared the fellowship bylaws and Exodus's bylaws. And Mark particularly did most of the reading and realized that the fellowship and the Exodus bylaws were, for the most part, almost the same thing. So I wanted to thank them, and anytime you all get a chance, I'd like you to thank them too, because particularly Mark pored over these bylaws, and it took him a long time. The suggestions for modification have come from both individuals and the Board of Servants, and the result of mostly practical ramifications of change in church size, a change in the desire of the board, become more accurately reflect its purpose as service rather than actual directorship of the church, and an effort to clarify a couple of areas about which there were questions.
Okay. So we're on membership now. That's what we see.
Now we're on membership and suggestions.
Point of information.
Yes,
Are we going to be voting on these as we go or as a document? As a whole
because
document?
because these changes are all written out, we can vote them as a whole, or we can vote them, if someone says, no, I don't want to vote them as a whole, then we'll have to vote them as individual.
I move that we vote as a whole document with discussion.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
It has been moved and second that we vote the bylaw changes in whole. All in favor, please vote.
Okay, to find that vote thing again. That ain't it.
The point of clarification, who seconded that?
About 3 people.
Who was it, Connie?
I did.
Okay. Any
Okay.
no's? And any abstentions? Fantastic. Let us go back.
Okay, under Article 4, criteria for membership. No membership is made, no mention is made for membership transfer in Exodus's bylaws, but UFMCC does address it. UFMCC bylaws, it says a baptized Christian may become a member in good standing of the local church through a letter of transfer from a recognized Christian body or through affirmation of faith. I'm sorry?
Put that down.
Oh, okay.
Okay, any questions?
So the suggestion.
I have a question.
Okay.
So our criteria for membership makes no mention of membership transfer.
Correct.
The suggestive language to change ours is membership transfer request shall be accompanied by a letter of transfer from a recognized Christian body or through
Yes.
an affiliation of faith.
Through affirmation of faith, yes, which is basically quoting what
Affirmation of
UFMCC,
faith.
yeah, which is a quote from the UFMCC bylaws, which is below.
Okay.
Questions on that?
Yeah, I have, this is Tricia. Recognized Christian body, where is that?
UFMCC. I'm sorry, go ahead.
What if it's a person from a Jewish congregation?
I don't know, honestly. Neither UFMCC does not address that, except to say that membership, a member in good standing is a baptized Christian.
Okay.
And actually that will come up later in a suggested thing.
Would through an affirmation of faith be for someone who is outside of a Christian body?
Yeah, that's
Says, or through an affirmation of faith.
Right, so,
That only speaks to the letter, not to them being a baptized Christian.
right. We're just now talking about transfer of membership. We're not talking about if you're a member in good standing, you have to
I
have
was-
these things.
I was answering Trisha's question
Oh, okay,
because she was asking about a Jewish person.
okay. So Trisha, I think through an affirmation of faith, a Jewish person can have a transfer of membership.
Or a Muslim person.
Yes.
Where it just says recognized Christian body and.
Yeah.
Ties
So I think
Christian
that's why that
through
other
a
line
letter.
is there. And then to go ahead, Carol, for the next part of that.
The next part of that particular one, or the next part of the discussion we're going to have at the bottom about
Okay.
requirements for membership.
No, does everybody understand that we're adding Christian body or through an affirmation of faith
Yes.
for transfer of membership? Okay. Next bylaw.
Okay. UFMCC does not specifically, this is for,
I have to let in Jennifer just a
oh,
second.
hang on, we gotta
I
let,
just did.
Okay.
okay,
Go ahead then.
so there's that thing. Hang on, this thing right there. Sorry, I had to erase something that was in the way. The list of friends of the church is not specifically maintained, is not specifically addressed in Exodus bylaws. So the current, what? I'm having a hard time reading it.
No, that's
The current Article 4B1 says list of friends of the church shall be maintained by the board. The proposed modification is that the list of friends of the church shall be maintained by the clerk of the board.
Any questions?
Questions?
Next.
Oh,
Oh, somebody had a question?
we didn't actually vote on moving forward from the other one. I really want to go back to this last one because I think it's not true what we said. Just because it says a baptized Christian may become a member in good standing of the local church through a letter of transfer from a recognized Christian body or through affirmation of faith, but he still have to be a baptized Christian.
We're discussing baptized Christian at the end.
I'm just saying.
I
At this
know,
point,
I know.
this
I
point.
think we were
So
talking
an
about
answer to
transfer.
Trisha's question would be no.
We were, when we talk about baptized Christian, which is a longer discussion.
I'm not right, but I'm not talking
Okay.
about if it should say that. I'm just talking about as
Okay.
it stands. An answer to Trisha's question would be no.
All
A
right.
Jewish person could not come to membership through a letter of transfer. Currently.
I am in disagreement with that, but we can
I'm in
go.
disagreement with
and-
it, but that's what that
Yeah.
says.
Yeah, but we can move to that because then it says member in good standing. So first you got to become a member. And then to retain your membership, you have to have these things. So I just look at it as a sequence of events.
Okay.
No problem.
And this next one is for clarification purposes. Exodus bylaws and UFMCC bylaws both say UFMCC and or Exodus MCC will not condone disloyalty. And we proposed a modification to clarify what disloyalty was. The church cannot condone disloyalty, i.e. unsupportive, libelous, subversive, or unbecoming conduct. The purpose for that was because we thought disloyal was a little broad and could be used politically or otherwise inappropriately. Questions or objections or additions, subtractions?
Next.
The next things fall under governance or church administrative body, and they are not followed specifically in the under the UFMCC bylaws, but are covered under a couple of umbrella statements. And you can read them or I can read them. Basically, they say the local church, in consultation with UFMCC, shall determine an appropriate structure and systems for local church governance that's appropriate for the size of church and cultural context. The local church structure and systems shall include provisions for 1, selection and discipline of the local church administrative body, 2, a pastoral search process, and 3, congregational meetings. It's incumbent upon the local church administrative body of each local church to provide that church with a set of bylaws or standard operating procedures subject to approval by UFMCC. The local church administrative body shall be subject to these bylaws, local articles of incorporation, local bylaws, standard operating procedures, and any other documents of legal organization to the approval or disapproval by action of their local congregation is provided for in any of the above. And I say that because basically that gives us permission to, in part, determine our local organizational process, okay? So Article 6A of our bylaw says the local church administrative body shall be the board of directors. So the board of directors proposed that we change our name to the board of servants. In order to do that, we would need to change the entirety of our bylaws, which would mean a rewrite, but that reflects our desire to be more servants to the congregation as opposed to be directing the congregation.
So if we say board of servants, everybody's gonna know who that is now.
I think as a point of clarification, when the governing body takes on a different name, but still retains the function as the board of directors, you usually can put in also known as the board of servants. So it's still the board of directors. You haven't changed the function, but you just changed it to a more local name for the church.
Okay.
That would be the same thing as governing board and board of directors. The governing board of the denomination is the board of directors. That's who they are. And I think in the denominations board bylaws, they changed every place where it said board of administration, which was the board of directors. They changed that to the governing board, but they didn't change anything dealing with the function of being a board of directors. There's no difference, in other words, except for the name that is being called locally. Does anyone want to know why the board of directors chose to name themselves as board of servants? Okay, let's move on.
The following article reflects our change in numbers in the church. Article 6D refers to board of servants, and it originally said there will be 7 members, including the pastor. So the proposed modification says there will be up to 7 members, but no less than 3, including the pastor. And that's because we have less members in the church. And questions about that? No. Okay.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So what will, it says no less than 3, including the pastor? Up to 7 and no less than 3? So it can be any number within that. So if somebody, say you've got 5 people and somebody wants to come on the board, the servants, then they can. If they are elected in.
If they're duly elected.
Okay.
Office 6, Article 6E, again refers to the Board of Servants. Term of the original article says term of office for members shall be 2 years staggered terms. The proposed modification changes some of this stuff significantly. Term of office for members will be 3 years staggered terms, and Board of Service members shall serve up to 2 consecutive terms before taking a leave of 1 year or until the next congregational meeting before again running for a Board of Service election. We had several reasons for this. The change in time helps new board members learn their role. Gives time for the former board members to actually teach new members what to do. It also limits burnout. There
Carol,
is some of
you're
that.
fading in and out.
That might be our connection. I don't know. I haven't
Yeah.
moved from the screen.
Okay.
Would it help for people to actually read that? I think we're sharing our screen.
I'm saying what you were saying.
Anyway, so, wow. The limitation of 2 consecutive terms helps limit burnout and encourages new participation, new ideas, new skills in Board of Servant leadership. Did anybody have any questions about that?
I do, if you will. It indicates that the BOS members shall serve up to 2 consecutive terms before taking a leave of absence. Would that indicates they will to me? Shall says will. Could that be can serve up to as a point difference there?
Absolutely.
Or does that make sense to everyone? I'm proposing it be changed to BOS members can serve up to 2 consecutive terms before taking a leave of absence 1 year.
Yes.
Instead of
Like
shall.
that? Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Can is better.
Make it in real time.
All right. So
Yeah.
that's
you
a
see that, Connie?
Yeah, floor change.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna highlight those things that are changed by the meeting.
Are there any other changes in there? Or questions? Okay, and Article 6H, little 3, refers to the role of the clerk. What?
Why did we change it to can?
Because if it says BOS shall serve, it sounds more like it's a requirement. as opposed to-
Isn't it a requirement that they only serve 2 terms?
No, they can serve 1 term or they can serve 2 terms, up to 2
Before
terms.
taking.
There is a choice.
I see.
But then they need to.
Gotcha. But they can't serve more than 2 terms
Right.
consecutive terms. Yeah, thank you very much.
Article 6H, little 3, refers to the role of the clerk of the board. That wanted to add the wording that the clerk is the official church historian. Sandy?
Hey, Sandy.
Yeah. Article 6I. The original verbiage is vacancies in the event. Oh, it refers to vacancies. In the event of a vacancy on the Board of Servants, the board may appoint a qualified member to fill the vacancy until the next congregational meeting, when election shall be held to fill the unexpired term. The additional wording we stuck in there was that this board appointee shall fill all qualifications for board membership and shall not be part of a single household, family unit, committed relationship already on the board.
Did we not talk about striking out until the next congregational meeting? Vacancies in the event of a vacancy on the BOS, the board may appoint a qualified member to fill the vacancy.
Oh, until end of term.
Till the
Right,
expiration of the term, yeah.
Yeah.
The expiration of term.
Yes, and I think we struck out all the other stuff because that got us into trying to keep track of who would have to be stand for election. And at one time, you could have half of your whole board standing for election.
So no, where's about the unexpired term? We're trying to make the change in the document.
Up here, expiration.
So we're striking.
Right
That-
there.
Yeah, right there.
So we're striking that.
Yeah.
Okay. Until unexpired, until term for the remainder of the term.
Mhm.
Right. It's,
Yeah.
well, you can strike out when an election shall be held.
Oh, yeah, I can do
You
that
can
too.
strike all that out. It is to fill the unexpired term.
Okay, just, yeah, okay, so that's already there then. Okay, good deal. Strike through. Okay, does that read correctly now?
To fill the vacancy.
Get rid of the vacancy. Yeah.
There you go. I believe that'll get it right there when you strike that out.
Strike, yeah.
I'll get it, guys, sorry.
You're okay.
Yeah.
Her
You
use
got
of word is so much better than mine. Can you tell?
Yeah,
Okay.
huh?
Appoint a qualified member to fill the unexpired term. That is correct.
That's it.
That is it.
Do this one last thing. Want to be able to find it quickly. Okay.
Yeah, okay. And then the additional wording is that a board appointee shall fill all qualifications for the board membership and shall not be part of a single household, family unit, or committed relationship already on the board. In other words, we don't have any conflict of interest, folks.
Right.
Does that work, folks?
Yes.
Looks good.
Good? All right, Joy.
Okay, yes.
All right, Article 7D, for one. The original article reads, the pastoral search committee shall consist of 9 members, including 6 members of the board of directors, servants, and 3 additional members elected at the congregational meeting. This was a number modification proposal. The pastoral search committee shall consist of up to 7 members, including 4 members of the board of servants and 3 additional members of the congregation elected at the congregational meeting. Sorry, bleh, my tongue
I
is out
thought
there.
we had that changed around.
We did.
Yeah, up to the 7 members. We didn't actually
No,
change.
no, at three
Hmm.
members of the board of servants and 4 members of the congregation.
Right.
We can change that. I didn't know we'd officially changed that, but we can
Yeah.
do that.
We did.
And does it need to be elected at a special congregational meeting?
No, usually for a pastoral search committee, the people are appointed.
This sounds like they're elected at a congregational meeting though. So,
That's what it says.
Members elected to the congregational, or additional members elected at the congregational meeting.
Mhm.
That would have to be, if we keep that in there, we would definitely have to have a special congregational meeting in order to do that.
we could just bypass it by saying at a
That's what I was gonna say, yeah, at a.
At a meeting. and
at a
take-
congregational meeting.
No,
No,
that doesn't change it.
that doesn't work. If you call a congregational meeting outside of your annual congregational meeting, it becomes automatically special.
Special congregational meeting.
Yes.
I like that.
So the choices are, if you want, first of all, it would be 3 board members, and the congregation has already elected those people. Okay, so you would be appointing people from the Board of Servants, the Board of Directors, to serve on the congregational meeting, the pastoral search. And then you could either appoint, or if you have an election that you want certain people to serve on it, then you have to have a special congregational meeting to elect additional people.
And it currently
It
says,
kind of gets, if you go outside of appointment, it's a little bit more work. That's what it boils down to. But it depends on how much control you want to have, the congregation wants to have in that process. Yes, Scotty.
maybe I was thinking about maybe doing a friendly amendment, but I don't want to stop discussion around this. I think we probably need to discuss, because the what it's trying to do is make it resident in the congregation to make this choice. So they've got some skin in the game. But at the same time, it does cause us to have to call a special meeting, and then we've got to find 4 people from within that meeting who want to be a part of the pastoral search, right?
There is a way to do it without calling a congregational meeting. And that is that you can have the people all appointed and affirmed by the congregation.
And affirmed, how are they affirmed?
The congregation would probably say, if they have if they don't want them on there, they can have voice and say no at just a regular board meeting.
Correct.
So they'd be appointed and affirmed by the congregation at the next board meeting?
Yes, it can happen that way. They would have voice to affirm the pastoral search. That way you don't have to call a special congregational meeting, because there should be there's steps to that. Like you have to put it out there 2 weeks ahead of time and stuff like that.
Say, I don't want her on the committee.
So we want to change that where I can make that friendly amendment, because that makes sense.
Right now, we're going through, and we're going to just, I guess, change as we go. And then that's when we're going to have the vote to accept as amended.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So if the appointment, could it be, I hear what you're saying, Pastor Marcia. Is the appointment, regardless of whether or not there's voice, is it by the Board of Servants? Is that appointment by the Board of servants?
I have seen it done a number of ways.
Yes. I know.
Yeah, okay. I've seen the board ask the congregation who all wants to serve on the pastoral search team, and they put their names, and the board looks them over. And there's and the board picks the 4 additional members, picks from the congregation to serve on it, because the board will appoint who from the board is going to serve on it.
Correct.
Okay, I've seen it done that way. I've seen it done where it's close to a congregation, the annual meeting. or a special meeting that we were going to have anyway, like the pastor automatically resigns one day and then you call a meeting to see how we're going to move forward. And I've seen it being elected appointments being made at the special congregational meeting. So it can be done a number of ways. It's dependent on how much the amount of interaction you would want the congregation to have in putting out there who should be on the pastoral search committee.
It appears that in your first example that you used, that there would be an open communication to all members of the congregation.
Yes.
And any who wanted to serve could propose their name.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have the openness there of this is open to any member of the church to serve on this committee.
Okay.
And then those people list, as you said, would go to the board would select from those. And then since everybody's had an opportunity to participate, it would seem that that would be a reliable source of appointing members to that committee.
True.
Otherwise, I think you would have to go to a special meeting of some sort to elect.
More than likely, yes.
Word.
Yes.
The next board meeting, I think the next board, by the next board meeting, right? So it ends up on the agenda at the next board meeting, confirmation of, or affirmation of
Yes.
pastoral search team members.
May I also add something to this too? That the pastoral search committee should not consist of
clergy.
Should not be a part of the single household, family unit, committed relationship already.
That is true. Yes. Yeah. And plus the fact the pastoral search committee does not exist of any clergy of the church. No clergy can serve on this committee, or should not serve. Let's put it that way. Best practice is the clergy do not serve, and that's because of the protocols of clergy have for one another.
Okay. So
how do we want, okay, so the pastoral search committee shall consist of 7 members, including 4 members of the board of servants and 3 additional members.
go back while you're, Scott, excuse me for interrupting, but go back while you're there. Change 4 to 3, the written word 4 to 3. Because it's 3 members now.
Mm-hmm. And then change that.
And then change that to 4.
Don't forget to highlight it while you're there.
And then.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. And then we're going to add the verbiage.
If you'll go up 2 paragraphs, it'll say, shall not be part of a single household.
Right. Right there. You passed it.
Right there.
Yeah. There.
Okay. So but there's more that we got to write in here. So we got to put in so additional members to be oh man.
It's supposed to be appointed by the board from congressional volunteers or whatever.
Congregational.
What was that, Connie?
I'm just thinking through it, Carol.
To be appointed by the Board of Servants. We can spell that out. Board of Servants and affirmed at the next,
what do you call it when you
Board of Servants meeting. With shall be affirmed by congregation. Yeah.
No, it's affirmed. It's affirmed by the Board of Servants.
No, they're affirmed by the congregation. They're appointed by the Board of Servants, but they're affirmed by the congregation.
That would require a vote.
That would require a vote.
But
Uh,
the thing is that we're not calling a special congregational meeting. We're just having a regular board meeting that we always have, but we're doing the business then, right?
Yes.
How about to be appointed by the Board of Servants from the congregation and affirmed at the next Board of Servants meeting?
Yeah.
How about put from interested members of the congregation?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
And affirmed at the next Board of Servants meeting. How about that?
Yeah.
Is that what you said, Gail?
Yes.
Okay.
And affirmed by the
And
congregation.
affirmed at the next Board of Servants meeting.
No.
Okay,
But
No.
it has to be confirmed by the congregation.
No.
okay, wait. Okay, so additional members to be appointed by the BOS from the interested members of the congregation and affirmed by the congregation or affirmed by the BOS.
Affirmed by the BOS.
If
Okay,
if the BOS is appointing them, why are we gonna then next affirm them next?
Right. I thought the whole point
Should-
was that they would be appointed, but that the congregation would affirm that their appointment.
If you do that, you would have a congregational meeting to affirm.
No, that was the idea of having them at the board meeting. They could just do it there.
Well,
why don't we just say and affirm by members of the congregation at the next Board of Servants meeting? Just period, just leave it like that.
Is that what you've seen done? Because this was kind of your deal.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
And that's where you would give, usually when members of the congregation come to a board meeting, they can have voice. And by affirming, which is more of like, okay, yeah, we like these people. We like everybody who's on the pastoral search team. By affirming, giving them voice at the meeting, if they don't think somebody should be on there now, because that's when you open yourself up to a conversation. If somebody says, no, I don't want so-and-so on there, you have to keep that in mind too.
may I propose something that's a little lengthy, but it might clarify?
Hey, hippie.
Okay. I'm going to read from, in just a minute when I can see it. And be affirmed. Wait a minute. And be affirmed. What I'm trying to say is with the opportunity of congregational voice at the next board meeting.
That would work. That way we don't have to have a special
Be
meeting.
affirmed with the opportunity of congregational voice at the next board meeting.
I would take out affirm.
Okay.
I would take and be
discussed or be on the agenda of or discussed at the next board meeting with congregational voice or something like that. That says they have the opportunity to come. They don't have to come to make a choice.
The appointments. By.
But then they're not being put in by affirmation.
Yeah.
well, if they're already appointed, then there wouldn't be, you wouldn't really need an affirmation. We're trying to get out of having a special meeting
right,
for the congregation to vote to say, we affirm the pastoral search team.
How does everybody feel about that? Here from the congregation. It's a big change. It's taking that responsibility out of the body and putting it in the board.
I wouldn't say that is true since members of the board are elected by the body. And the members of the congregation who are interested in being a part of this particular process can come. And members who don't think that other people should be on there can always come to a meeting and have voice about that.
So how's this gonna
So
read
you're
now?
really not taking any away any power from the congregation.
So how's this supposed to read now? Because I mean, I heard a bunch of different things, but actually I'm having a hard time seeing. So let me make
Me
this
too.
bigger.
Yeah, me too. Oh, hey, you were doing so
That
great.
is, yeah, there you go.
Thank
Oh.
you.
So
Well,
what is it? To be appointed
let
by
me
the Board of Servants to the interested member of the interested members of the congregation.
Gail,
Yes,
you usually a great wordsmith about these things. I think
Okay.
we've gone around in a circle and gotten ourselves into a
yes,
trap.
I have several words to put about that, but we won't. However,
Okay.
This needs to be stuff we can put in the bylaws, yeah.
yeah, I know, yeah.
opportunity of unconditional voice at the next board. That's what I'll
Members
do.
of the congregation, and subject to congregational discussion at the next Board of Servants meeting.
Thank you.
Or next
Yeah, yeah.
congregational regulation or something like that, okay? At the next Board of Servants meeting, and that ought to cover it.
Yes, that gives voice. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, read that now and see if that's it.
We need a period. Take out by.
Yeah, take out that.
Put a period. All right.
Highlight it.
Is that it? Does that read like you want it?
Yeah, the pastoral search committee shall consist of up to 7 members, including 3 members of the BOS and 4 additional members. I can't see past mine now.
Yeah.
Additional
To be appointed.
members of the to be appointed by the BOS from the interested members of the congregation and subject to congregational discussion at the next Board of Servants meeting.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
that ought to cover it.
That's it.
Okay, so we changed everything from here out.
Okay, now, okay, except down there where we just cut and pasted POS members,
Yeah.
it should be pastoral search committee members shall not be part of a single.
Oh.
PSC. There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes,
PSC.
Y'all just like,
PSC.
yes. I
Yeah,
hope.
need to put the S before the C, Scotty.
There you go.
Having just all
Campbell,
kinds
there
of fun
you go.
today.
Working on it. We're working on it.
I was doing the
Okay,
Board of
Now,
Servants and the
next time we have a forum, I would like all our wordsmith people to be there.
Go back up, Scotty. Scotty, go back
Scotty,
up.
go back.
Go back.
Up, Scotty.
PSC, right there.
Down there where you got the
Where the cursor
Yes, I just
Yeah,
changed
right
it. Oh, yeah, I
there.
changed.
Yay!
All
There you
right.
go.
Give ourselves a hand. Yes,
Yay.
yes, yes.
That, my
Okay.
dear, is good. That's the way you modify them.
Okay, should we save the
bylaw.
document? Have you been
Yes.
saving? Have you been saving?
Oh, yes, I just did
Okay,
it again.
all right. Don't want to lose any of this good juicy stuff.
I know. And now we are down to, yes.
Okay, this is for our ongoing discussion. I'd
Mhm.
like to call the question, the previous bylaws, that we vote on them as amended. I need a motion and a second. Okay. All in favor?
Vote.
Thumbs up?
but if we have a question about that, you must be baptized Christian to be a member. I don't want to vote.
That's
for
our
that.
next discussion. That's our next discussion.
So we're voting yes for it, whether we like it or not, and then we are discussing it.
No, it's already, no, we're not voting for a baptized Christian at all. We're voting
That-
for all the ones that have been amended.
That and the
Oh,
baptized Christians that
okay.
you're talking about, that was just for
Soon-
transfer of membership.
as I
That
can
has
find
not about.
Wherever my little thing
Okay, we
is.
have a motion on the floor.
It's not there.
That's not me. Oh, that is me. We have a motion on the floor. There is a question under transfer, because it was headed under transfer of membership.
Yeah, that's
And,
what it is.
okay. And we were talking about transfer of membership and not how to retain your membership. Those are
Or
two
how to be a
different
member.
things.
Yeah.
Okay, so two different things. The baptized Christian is under retention of your membership. Okay,
Or becoming a member, but yeah. And not transfer.
but not transfer. So all in favor of what we've already amended in the bylaws, thumbs up. Did we
Well,
already do that?
I can't find my thumbs.
Okay, well, give me your real thumb then.
Well, all right, my real thumb says thumbs up, okay?
All right.
Barb
was
two, is that
just
two?
Thumbs up. Yeah,
Any-
there I am.
Any,
All right, thumbs up.
any no's? That's a hand. Okay, live long and prosper. All right,
So
CC gives a thumbs up. Any abstentions? The
Point of
revision,
information.
the revision has passed.
Point of information.
Yes.
Okay. Point of clarification, really. So the Universal Fellowship of Metropolitan Community Churches bylaws state all members must be baptized Christians. All good members in good standing must be baptized Christians, period. We can't debate, no, we can't change our bylaws to say something different.
We're not changing our bylaws yet.
Let me finish what I'm
Okay.
saying. Because what I want to put that out there right now is that whether a person comes, however they come in, if they're to be a member in good standing, there's only one way, and that's as a baptized Christian. That's why we can vote on this now as opposed to this second part, because if we decide differently, then what that will do is inform our next, what we're going to do at our next meeting, does general conference business meeting, when we can ask to amend that. In the meantime, we are bound by it.
Well, actually, we don't have to change the bylaws of the entire UFMCC. We just have to request that we can change our bylaws. Our church can change our bylaws.
That is correct.
And
that is what the bylaw proposals for ongoing discussion is about.
If our church,
whether or not we want to change in order for someone to be a member of the church, whether or not they have to be a baptized Christian.
You said we're not bound by that.
we are.
The UFMCC bylaws do state that any baptized Christian may become a member of MCC. And I don't know what the bylaw before that or the sentence before that says, but to me, it suggests that if you're a baptized Christian, you may be a member of MCC. But what happens when you're not a baptized Christian? The question is, can you still be a member of MCC? And I don't think our UFMCC bylaws address that situation at all.
Correct.
They don't come out specifically and say if you're not a baptized Christian.
It's implied with, are you saying a member is a?
A member in good standing, it does say a member in good standing is a baptized Christian, da, 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 da.
Used to say who profess Jesus Christ as their personal savior, but they took that.
Yeah. So in order for us to really have that discussion on that whole part, because in our bylaws, it says in order to be a member in good standing, you have to be in order to be a member, you have to be a baptized member. Is that what our bylaws say?
Member in good standing, yes.
We're in good standing.
or good standing,
Mhm.
which is different than being a baptized Christian. I want to go back and where in our bylaws is the baptized Christian? What is that wording? That's at the very, you put it in at transfer of membership, and we should have it down here. Can we cut and paste that down here?
Article 4A.
Why they're looking for that.
Criteria for membership,
Okay.
just what it says up here, criteria for membership is 4A. Any baptized Christian may become a member by participating in the rite of membership. And it goes on to say new members will attend a membership class, da, da, da. So that's actually, yeah,
That's
What's
our
that?
bylaws or the denomination's bylaws?
that's our bylaws.
Okay. And so the intent of our bylaws is that every person, and this is a question I'm asking, that every person who wants to become a member of Exodus MCC must be baptized.
And Christian.
She's asking.
That's what Carol read, I believe.
That is what is implied.
Yes.
That's what I'm asking.
Does it say a member or a member in good standing?
Member.
Because my thinking is that anybody can become a member, but a member in good standing means that you're a baptized Christian. This way, when you become a member, because I mean, leaving me aside, I mean, I got baptized when I was 3 months old. So I became a member of the church because I was a baptized Christian, but say I hadn't been, okay? I got baptized at Exodus after I became a member.
Okay, so the
I
wording,
wasn't baptized. I became a member of the church. I stood up in front of the congregation and announced my desire to be a member of the church. And then about a year later, I was formally baptized at the church.
But you were baptized as a baby.
Yeah, you were rebaptized.
Right.
Okay.
It's a bad example because I was already baptized, but say I wasn't, I mean, wasn't my choice. I was 3 months old. So to me, that was the first time I was baptized.
so the exact verbiage under Article 4, members and friends of Exodus MCC bylaws says criteria for membership. Any baptized Christian may become a member by participating in the rite of membership.
Okay, stop right there. Okay, stop right there. Our bylaws do not give a way for someone who is not baptized Christian to become a member. It does not address it at all.
And we have people that are Jewish. We have people that come to us that are Buddhist, and they need a place to worship. So are we saying that if they don't worship, if they don't believe the exact same way that we believe, that they can't be a member? I mean, that's what our bylaws say right now.
Right.
They can be a member, I mean, they can be a friend of the church, but they can't have a vote. They can have a voice, they can be a participant in this, you can do everything that a member does, it's just they can't.
They
And,
can't
and,
vote.
and they can't be called member, they're called a friend of the church.
And I say, when we go to our table each week, we say, this church is open to all. This table is open to all. You do
Right.
not have to be a member. You do not have to be this. You do not have to know God. You just have to come wanting to know something.
Seeking, yeah.
So
Are you reading this at all, Sandy?
I'm sorry.
Are you reading what's being shared on the screen at all?
No, I don't see anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
All I see is the document.
It's on the document.
it's on the document, including some phrasing that's been suggested and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
we didn't get down to that part, Carol.
Sorry. Sorry.
We stopped at baptized Christian.
Oh,
We stopped it right there.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself again and just listen. Sorry.
well, no,
Okay.
this is part of the discussion is at the bottom of the under rationale for partly why this discussion has come up.
Mhm.
It said, suggested that this term is exclusionary and at odds with our vision of radical inclusion and the words of Christ, love as I have loved you. Other phrasing has been suggested, including recognized seeker who shows interest in the body, etc. But so it was suggested that it be an ongoing conversation for us.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, they did all this work on, inclusive language and inclusive this and inclusive that, and to make it so narrow as baptized Christian, to me, just seems.
True. And I don't believe it's necessary to be, quote, baptized to be a Christian.
Right.
All right. That's a believer in Christ, period. And there are those of us who don't think baptism is necessary. So I think utilizing the word baptized is exclusionary of everyone, including some Christians.
Okay. So this is going to be our ongoing conversation. Oh, can you move it up some? I was trying to move it up myself. I can't move it. It's not my screen.
Mhm.
Not my screen, not my backpack. So
Yeah.
this particular bylaw that we're looking at is a really a deeper and longer conversation that we need to have.
And I'd add, it's a theological conversation and one
It's
that,
still, yeah, it's still a conversation that we need to have outside of what we're doing here at the congregational meeting.
right. So this speaks to our faith. This speaks to our mission, our vision for our church. This is super, I mean, that's a really big deal. I mean, and I don't mean to keep bringing up like, oh, it says baptized Christian, because I share the feeling that they don't need to be. When I was at conference last time in 19, it came up. However, briefly, it was shut down pretty fast when the person removed, they withdrew their amendment. The churches, there was a couple churches up in New England that put a bylaw recommendation out there to take out the word baptized, and it was causing such a clearly there needs to be more work around it, so they withdrew it off the conference floor right there.
But the other thing is we don't have to amend, although I would like to, frankly, we don't have to amend UFMCC's bylaws to amend that.
Exactly.
That's
To amend
right.
our own, to amend our own.
Right.
My suggestion, so we can
Go forward.
have that conversation, is that first of all, we thank the bylaw team for their hard work. We thank Carol and Mark and Mike for their hard work at even bringing this up. Okay, because this is a discussion that we have to have because of who we say we are.
Yes.
And in that, we need to have a time and a place for all those who have an opinion to be expressed and talked through. And that might take more than one meeting, more than one discussion. But we know for right now that we need to talk about this. So my suggestion would be is that, just as it say, ongoing discussion. And that we close this part right here of the bylaws and move on until our approval of the minutes. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Good job, everyone.
Let's give them a hand.
Thank
I
you.
will be sending something out, and
muscle to make it do that.
Yeah, really, if you're interested into really getting into this, then let me know. And we can meet and we can talk about it. Because we need to have our bylaws need to reflect who we are and our theology.
Yes.
It needs to say, if we call ourselves radically inclusive, that means anybody can be a member. that we do not put any requirements on being a member. Just like
Amen.
we don't put any requirements on people coming to the table because it's not ours.
And that would include the Board of Servants, but they can't be Board of Servants currently. They can't.
Right. Well, they can't be anything because you have to be a member of the church to do certain things in the church.
Right.
Okay. So, does anybody need to take a break?
Nope.
All right. Wait a minute. I only heard Connie. I didn't hear everybody else.
No.
We're good.
Okay. All right. Now that's better. That's better. I'm telling you. Here we go. Approval of the, somebody said, wait up.
No, they said move on.
Okay. Thank you.
Can you share the agenda?
Yes. Here we go. The next item is approval of the congregational meeting minutes from last meeting. And I need to find those now so I can share those. That's the agenda. I thought,
Be quiet.
Yeah.
oh crud. Sandy, I thought I had them. Hold up, I should have them. Hold up. I just have to go find them somewhere else.
They in the congregational meeting folder?
No, I didn't go up online. I'm in my own personal folder.
Not in those folders for some reason. I thought I had put a copy in there and it's not in there.
Okay, I know I have them. Connie sent them. Connie, you sent them to me.
I did.
It looks like we are going to get an unofficial break until we find the minutes.
There, come on. There.
Yeah. You're over this meeting too, aren't you?
I'm way over this meeting.
No, Max. I know.
Feel it coming on.
We're trying to get the, well, let's move on to the, who is next? Oh, me, I'm next. Daggone it. Let's move on to the financials. Jennifer? Are you here?
Taking an unofficial break with her dog.
Oh, okay. Well, we can't move on to that.
Also, can any of the board
Hold on,
members?
I didn't realize I was gonna need the financial statements too. I thought all I needed was a thing, so I need to get that open.
Yeah, you just have to do the January to September, which is on, I think I have that already open.
Congregational meeting. Are there any board members that can take over the notes from here on out because I have to leave?
Notes. What notes?
Just, like if there's any motions or anything like that.
Okay. All right.
Okay, love you guys. Gotta go.
All right. Bye-bye. Hopefully it'll just be yes, no. Okay, here is Jennifer. I have it up now.
I'll take notes.
Okay, hold on. I just brought it up too, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. You want, me,
Back right here, honey. You got stuff right here.
you want me to stop sharing?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Okay,
What do you want? Okay. You can just
I can
kind
move
of
it
peruse
down.
our,
Yes, you want to go through the lines or major areas?
Mhm.
no, I mean, I wasn't really prepared to talk about this, but we show that for our general fund offering, we made a little over 36,000 last year. little over 37,000 total donations, including Kenya,
I turned it down.
Raymond James, the Clifford Fleck Scholarship.
Okay.
It's invested with Raymond James is what it is. Then we talk about some of the expenses that we had for the year through September. We allocated a little bit of money to the pastoral search, or that's how much we spent. This is not, pastoral search was incidentals. It wasn't like, doesn't include salaries and things like that, so. That's how much we paid the fellowship last year so far, pensions. And this is how much it costs us just to run the building, plant, physical insurance, electricity and gas, the HVAC, supplies. Then we come down to salaries. The Connie and then now also Scotty is included in the associate pastor thing. I'm going to fix that for next year. It'll be split. And then those are some of the dues and subscriptions we paid for, like internet and the website, music, worship supplies. Now this amount doesn't include the fact that the board last year 2 years ago decided to save money every month. The salary of a pastor that we weren't paying, we decided to put into a separate fund so that we could fund a pastor for at least 1 year salary with just the pastoral search savings. So that we would give that 1 year to be able to grow and to start making budget and things like that. So we did save. So we've been pulling money from that savings every month to pay salaries.
Let's try to figure out how much, what the
And
shortage.
Marcia, you explain that a little bit better than I do as far as,
Right.
what did it make it come out to?
If we were to put, right, if we were to put my salary into charge up against this, we would be in a net income position, a positive position, instead of showing a loss. We would show income. Okay.
Yeah, because we already had that money saved.
Right, and we just transfer it over.
Right.
Are there any other questions? Okay. I'm going to stop sharing this and move it over to the proposed budget.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, is that the one? Can you scroll all the way down to the bottom? Is that the one that I saved after our meeting?
Yeah. Oh,
Is it the one with the
too
8,000?
fast. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one. That's
okay.
it. Okay, we made some changes actually, even during our meeting last time, to kind of reflect what we feel is going to happen next year, being mostly online. This went up while others went down. But this top part kind of stayed pretty much the same because the Kenya is a special offering.
Right.
So yeah, all this stuff is fine. That's an estimate based, the fellowship tithing is based on an estimate from this year. The average that we paid. hoping that it's gonna go up. The pensions, because our numbers went down this year, the amount of pensions is gonna go down. I mean, it's never really very much anyway. All of our physical plant stuff, the only thing that's gonna go up probably next year is the insurance. Depending upon what happens, whether in the building or not, will depend upon the electricity and gas. Because if we're not in there, then it's, it's not going to be a major issue because it's significantly gone down. We did increase our telephone and internet because that is something that we're looking forward to getting to next year. So we did put something in the budget for that for next year so that we have internet and a telephone or cell phone for the church itself. Okay, and then those are the salaries for next year. And then those are some of our subscriptions. We upped the music ministry, but since we're doing a lot of it online and we will continue to do full services online, we needed to upgrade our license so that we can continue to broadcast the music that we share. We feel that our online presence is pretty huge now. Even though there's not a lot of people immediately watching the service, we have a lot of views that come in during the week. Our online services, that stayed pretty much the same. The worship supplies, ministry, all that stuff is pretty much the same. And so if you look at the bottom with what our anticipated tithes are versus what our expenses are, we have a loss of about $8,128.44. So one of our goals is to really just, look to increasing our tithes and maybe making some of the other categories a little more product-based as opposed to money-based, like donations and having fundraisers and drives and things like that, as opposed to using church funds and that hopefully will get people interested in participating in the church, even when they can't donate. Because we have kind of the board has kind of a big plan for next year as far as outreach and stuff. So we're hoping we can gather everybody to hopefully do some things in the future.
Any questions? Discussion?
Was that the last document that we're gonna be showing? I was gonna move that we accept.
Oh, okay. This is the treasurer's financial report, the January through September financials plus the proposed budget. So if there are no questions, I'll stop sharing. Can we accept the January through February financial report from the treasurer? We need a motion.
Move.
Make a motion, please.
Okay, Scotty made a motion, Connie second. All in favor, say aye or thumbs up. Sorry, thumbs up. Oppose? Hand, give us the hand. Sissy gives us the hand.
Sissy gives us the hand.
Yes. Okay, and we have one
Yes.
abstention.
No. One abstention?
One abstention. The treasurer abstains.
Okay.
Okay. Now we need to vote on the 2021 proposed budget. We need a motion.
A motion.
Lisa motion. We need a second.
I second.
Okay. We got a second. All in favor, give us a thumbs up. Okay. All not in favor, give us the hand. Okay. Both motions pass. Thank you very much, Jennifer, for your hard work.
Thank you,
Okay.
Jen.
So what
and the-
was it?
Dang.
I didn't see the deal.
and the great job that you're doing. Thank you.
We need Gail's vote. We need Gail's vote.
Gail?
Did we get solid positives except for an abstention? They did.
Yeah.
Gail did not vote.
Gail did not vote. Gail, did you vote? We can't hear you.
Muted.
Give us a thumb or a hand. I think. Is that it?
All right, did you see me?
Yes.
Yep.
See my thumb? This is a
Yeah.
thumbs up.
There you go, okay.
Thank you, Gail.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right. And I'm still looking for this daggone report, the congregational minutes. I know I have it. It's on there. So.
I feel it coming.
Yeah, it's around here somewhere.
So what's the next point of our agenda? Where are we going? I'll go see if I can find it and send it to you.
Okay, well, we only have 2 things left to do.
With what?
With steak and potatoes.
Yes.
Oh, steak and potatoes, I heard that.
Yeah.
We have the report from the BOS and the annual pastor's report.
You ready?
What
Yeah,
want to do first?
do the BOS. Connie, can you go find the congregational minutes? And then I'll do my first part of my report first, and then Connie can come on with hers. Okay, Franklin.
Okay, the Board of Servants, the report is that we want to extend Reverend Warren's contract for another year. We feel that he's not had the proper time to show what she can do as pastor, and we want to give her that chance. So we want to extend her contract.
Discussion.
Another year.
People outside of the board, because we've already talked about this, so that's why we're doing this. So you guys chat.
Yeah.
What would the new date be then? Because your start date was March the 29th. So you're talking about March the 29th of 2022?
Yes.
Okay.
Say those dates again.
That sounds good to me.
I'll make a motion, we accept this.
I'll second that.
Gail, do I get to have a discussion in this?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nomination.
Yes, you may.
Okay, there is a motion on the floor in a second. It's open for discussion.
Hello, clarification, who moved and who seconded?
I
I
move.
seconded. Joy moved, I seconded.
Yep.
The vote?
Yeah,
vote.
no, for discussion.
Discussion.
Yeah, the motion is to accept it and move forward. First of all, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna have to tell you, can I tell you a story?
Yes.
The other night I woke up and I looked at my alarm clock and it said 444. That means that the angels were surrounding me and that I was being protected and that I would have to make a decision, and they were with me to make that decision. The decision was coming. And this was like 4 nights ago. I woke up yesterday, and again, 444. And that's when I found out, after we had recorded our worship service, that the board had a discussion to extend my contract. And so I said, oh, okay. Then I got up this morning and my devotional was in Joshua. And it stated, I will be with you just as I was with Moses. Do not be afraid. I will always be with you to the end of time. So naturally, you know what my answer is, because God has already spoken it to me. I will accept the whatever we're going to call it. I'm accepting. Okay.
Hey,
All right.
So thank you so much. Y'all gonna make me cry.
That's good because I'm tired of
Too
standing
late.
out the bedroom window knocking.
What'd you say, Lisa?
I said, I'm tired of standing out at your bedroom window knocking at 4:44. So that's good.
go, Lisa.
Oh, my word.
Check your email. Marcia,
Okay. Which email?
On our clock.
Our clock is at 4:44.
Oh my.
Oh my God, so is mine.
Oh,
I just looked down and went, oh no, oh my.
I'm telling you.
That's it. That's it.
It's, yeah.
There it is. There it is. So all the board has to do, did we everybody in favor say aye or yay or get thumbs up or whatever we're gonna do.
Yeah. Favorite. Yay.
All right. All right. Good deal. Connie, which email did you send it to? Pastor or CPA?
Pastor.
Okay. So let me go. Uh-oh.
Hey, my phone battery's going, guys. Can I tell y'all?
No.
Thumbs up for everything else that's left for me. Got that?
Okay.
All right. I
All
trust all of you. So thumbs up for me from everything that's left. And I love you and talk to you later.
Love you,
All right,
Joy.
Joy. Take care. All right. I'm getting ready to share my screen for, here are the minutes of the previous congregational meeting. There. Do I need to make it larger?
That's good.
Okay. Let me know when I can scroll down, because we just need to have a motion to accept the minutes either as amended or as they are.
You can go ahead and scroll as fast as you can scroll.
Definitely scroll down.
Okay.
Scroll. Stop.
Right, stop. So Jennifer and Franklin
Well,
were
read-
elected to 2-year terms. Is that going to change now that now that we've made them 3-year terms?
Well, what will happen is the board would go back and we'll look at how we're going to implement it and bring it.
Okay.
Okay. Can I scroll down now?
No.
No? Okay.
These are good notes.
Okay, you can scroll,
All right.
at least for me. I don't know about you.
We're going to page 2. Ah, there it is. That's it.
Okay.
Move to accept.
I get a second?
Second.
That was Jennifer doing the second. All in favor? Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Oh crap, mine's wrong.
What?
Where you at?
I'm at a thumbs up. Sorry.
Okay, thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Not in favor. Give me the hand. I don't see anybody with a hand. And Sandy made, and there are no abstentions. Motion has passed to accept the minutes as written. Thank you very much. Now stop sharing that. Connie,
All right. Are you ready for the pastor's report?
yes, please.
All right. I'm going to present the January through March report since Marcia had not been a part of our group at that point. So I'm just going to read it to you as quickly as possible. During the first 3 months of this year, Exodus continued to live out our call and offering a place for all to worship where there's acceptance and sharing of God's love. Exodus accomplished this in the following ways. We held weekly worship services and separate youth church. We began sharing youth artwork in weekly bulletins. We published a weekly newsletter and updates for special events. We maintained a website and Facebook page. We streamed part of our Sunday worship on Facebook Live. When COVID-19 came, in-person worship was suspended from March the 22nd for an indefinite period for the health and the safety of our members and friends. For outreach, we made designated quarterly donations to the Kenya Mission for young women's education. We continued supporting Abilene Pride Alliance, Abilene Education Foundation, community agencies in Abilene, and individual and family needs. We continued distribution of Hearts of Exodus, our blessing bags, to those who are on the streets or who are in need of food. Pastoral search. We continued the Vision Committee, and we also continued the Pastoral Search Committee through these months and collaborated with MCC staff for the appointment of provisional senior pastor. An announcement was made January the 12th to members and the community that an appointment was open for Reverend Marsha Warren to fill this position. Reverend Warren visited Exodus on March the 7th through the 11th and began in this position in April 2020.
I'm sorry, I have a question. What was the time period for that, Connie?
January through March.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna
will be uploaded and put in the minutes for the minutes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Connie.
Yes, ma'am.
Yours is much better than mine. Oh. So
that's all.
Here is my report, and my report is representative of what I give the board every month and what I have to send to the denomination as provisional pastor. Michelle and I visited the church in March to introduce ourselves. We attended worship and a potluck after the church, and I began my official duties on March the 29th. So this report covers the period of March 29th to October the 20th. My report is broken down into sections which are specific to my contract. There are maintenance tasks that I need to accomplish, which is to ensure that the church continues doing what they're doing. We have already we continuously monitor for the COVID-19 situation in Abilene, Texas, to ensure our congregation is safe. We participated in the Texas-New Mexico Good Friday service via Facebook. We had a guest speaker on Father's Day. That was the Reverend Dr. William Knight from San Antonio. I was a guest speaker for Detroit MCC Pride in the Box series. I have attended various functions such as the rally for Hispanic cultural leaders in response to the school board trustees' passed motion to rename 4 schools and the RBG vigil. We continue weekly worship meetings to set up and prepare digital worship via Zoom and Facebook. I continue to moderate the Board of Servants meetings. I moderated this meeting, and we continue to have our clergy meeting with Reverend Connie and Reverend Scotty. We participated in the back to school drive for school supplies. The surplus supplies were donated to AISD for the homeless shelter students. I met with several members initially when I first got here. Hello? Oh, okay. I attended numerous workshops and webinars to include radical inclusion in the age of COVID. 6 key groups your church can reach now. Lessons from the road. Church engagement summit. Tips for writing year-end appeals and confronting harassment in the church. The church now is on Instagram and Twitter. Yay! And I do a pastor's report in the newsletter, and I usually do something for Twitter, and I have started placing things on Instagram along with Reverend Scotty. I worked with Pastor Mel to get for updating our webpage, and started the digital weekly meeting of Hump Day. I've worked with our treasurer to set up online donations. Thank you, Jennifer. And worked with the bylaws team to ensure that our bylaws were with that of the denomination. And I said, I did the note as a pastor, we prepared the 40th church anniversary. And I hope everyone enjoyed it, our month-long celebration. And then there are enhancement tasks that I'm supposed to do. I continue working with the Minister of Administration, Reverend Connie, and with Reverend Scotty, our associate pastor, and the community at large. I will be going out more into the community as COVID allows us to. We're right now doing a book study at Wednesday Hump Day, and I will continue to look for a Children's Sunday Hour activities teacher. We have held 2 drive-through communions where we had, I believe, Connie, 13 people at the last one, and how many at 17 was at the first one? Okay. We continue to be in dialogue about holding outdoor services and going live on Facebook. And we're beginning our community engagement for TDRR, Transgender Day of Remembrance activities. And that is my report.
Well, could you say, can we add anything to that you will be?
Oh, you want to add stuff? No, you can't add anything. What I can tell you, I have plans for the future to start back with our visioning right after the holidays, to have a membership class in January, because we have people who are interested in becoming members at Exodus MCC.
That's not what I was going to suggest.
Oh,
I was just going to suggest, you said we have a book study. We may have more than one, so.
Right, so far,
why not name the book?
Well, I can't, what book we're gonna do after this? But anyway, we're continuing to have.
Is what I'm saying.
Okay, well, we have the book study now, and when we get through with that, we're gonna do another one.
Okay.
This is what the activities up until this point.
Okay.
Future activities, as I said, would be, I'm sorry, Tricia?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Membership class, we're going to start back with visiting. And of course, we have HIV and AIDS Awareness Day coming up too. In the holiday season, we'll have our usual Christmas holiday, Thanksgiving, and Kwanzaa celebrations. So that's what I've done so far. And I condensed it. I didn't put down everything. Yeah, every month it's something else. I continue to represent our church at the denominational level. with being on several committees and other organizations. So, and I'm always talking us up,
Yeah.
always. Okay, may I have any questions?
No, I move we accept the report.
May I get a second?
Second,
All right,
Who seconded?
Jennifer.
Thank you.
it has been moved and seconded. All in favor to accept the pastor's report? Thumbs up.
Amen.
All
Okay.
opposed?
I
Give
can't
us the
find
hand.
my thumb bar.
Okay.
There's my thumb. Oh, yay.
Yeah.
All right. Any closing remarks or comments?
I have something. Tricia.
Yeah, go ahead, Tricia.
I would like to have captions on the Zoom meetings. And I know that Zoom there's the ability to have captions. I don't know if it costs anything, but I know that the host has to do something to get it on there. And then when you start the meeting, you have to click on something and then it comes on my screen and it says closed captions and anybody can hit it. So any Zoom meeting, like even the church services, you can do it, or any of these meetings like now, you could have captions.
Yeah. I've seen that. I agree. I think we need it. I think we need it. And maybe, Scotty, that's why your machine the other day was doing it for us automatically.
No, that was captions through PowerPoint. And
Yeah.
only heard me.
Yeah.
And if we're doing Zoom, I don't know, it can caption if I'm sharing my screen. So that's just to be, well, duly noted. We'll check into
Yeah,
that.
it's
We'll
in
continue to check on that.
We'll definitely play around with it. I thought when I went to Zoom 101 that you had to have somebody type in to the caption for it to show.
Hmm.
Oh, is it speech?
Paula's shaking her head no. So I'm hoping that it's an automatic.
It's a speech to text thing.
Okay.
It's automatic. And we do it on a couple of Zooms that we go to during the week.
So,
Are they Zooms like this? Or are they Zooms that have a shared screen?
There's more than one?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Tricia and Paula, why don't we get together? Maybe you can tell me what gyration of Zoom that your meetings are at. I mean, because there are several. There are several of them, okay?
Okay, yeah, I'll have to ask the leader of it, ask her how.
Yeah, because it might be Zoom webinar.
Okay.
And if that's the case, then the board would definitely have to take that in consideration, because I think webinar is $40 a month.
Oh,
and I
what
think
are you using now?
No, the type of Zoom that where they're doing the captions. If you would find out what type of Zoom they're using, okay?
What version?
Yes, version. Is it Zoom Pro? Is it Zoom Advanced? Zoom, they got so
good
many.
point. Good point.
Yeah, you go up the ladder. Okay. Any other comments?
Yes.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Can't hear you. I don't know why you can't hear me.
And
Oh,
now
now we can.
There you go.
Okay, there must be something going on with our internet. I'd like the minutes to reflect vote of
Can't
acclamation.
hear you.
You can't hear me?
Well, you
Well, now
muted
you're on.
me.
There you
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Now, now you're not.
Put it in the chat.
Never mind, never mind.
You want the minutes to reflect a big thank you to Carol, Jennifer, Franklin, no?
Well, yes, to the Board of Servants.
Right there.
And Pastor, to thank you for this very first virtual annual congregational meeting, which was really quite something for us all to do this legal business here. So anyway, I don't know if there's any way to put that in there other than just to request that it be in there, but I would love to, like, an acclamation from everyone to say thank you so much for the hard work that you guys did to make this virtual meeting possible.
A round of applause to everybody.
I'll put it in the minutes.
Okay, thank you, Carol.
Yes.
Get with Sandy and send those to her, okay?
Oh, yeah, I will.
And yeah.
Hey, Sapphire.
So anybody else? Any more comments?
Thank you guys for sitting through it.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you. Yes, thank you, everyone. I love you. You have my heart. And on this phase, we're going to journey together. Motion, there's a motion to adjourn. And we are now adjourning at 5:05.
You go.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Did we pray out? Did I miss it?
Huh?
We need a second or a vote.
Oh, we didn't pray out. I'm sorry.
We need a second and a vote.
Oh,
I thought somebody already seconded.
No.
Didn't I second?
Gail,
Okay.
you didn't second to leave?
I'll second.
Oh, okay.
Motion to adjourn.
I did.
Okay.
Okay. Scotty, would you pray us out? Everybody's in agreement.
Oh God, we thank you that you are always with us. You made that promise to other travelers, and you certainly make it to us. God, as we continue to go down this road together, we bring everyone with us, those who weren't here today, and those who are yet to join us. We thank you, God, that everything that we do, we know, glorify you. And, you know, all of our best intentions, our heart's desire is to serve you. For it is in your many names we pray and we say amen.
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 Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Mwah.
All right. All right.
God. Well, I left, but it's still.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Somebody take it off.
Bye-bye. Bye, sissy.
Bye, Sissy.
All right. Okay. Sissy, I'm a